Hi, I am Writabrata. I am a fresher and I also have a background which is non-engineering. So my background is BSc Math and Computer Science and Masters in Mathematics only. Background is a very much into theory side of math and computer science, not at all implementing modeling or say there were coding in my coursework. Why did I choose PGDBA was during my final year of my masters when I was actually thinking of looking for other options other than academia. A couple of things came into my mind. First was going into data science. So I was actually sitting for placements in my college itself. I could have gone for PhD, but not in a in pure math, maybe applied math or applied stat. That could have been another option. Now thinking of what all places which I could apply to. First was IIM MStat, then Chennai Mathematical Institute Data Science, wherein I could directly get into it because I'm a student from Chennai Mathematical Institute itself. So that could have been another option. Third was I was actually preparing for actuaries as well. I'm a student of III, so people who are in actuaries will know about it. Then came PGDBA. I heard about PGDBA while I was in my bachelor's itself in my final year. While I got to know about some people preparing for MBA and I looked into IIM Calcutta and this program came somehow. So I had a brief idea about what PGDBA is. The thing was since I come from a much more theoretical background and I did not want to go into a field which is totally not known to me first of all. So MBA I ruled out because of that. And secondly, I would not have been satisfied given the kind of coursework and also since I was exploring data science, PGDBA was one of the places which I did apply to. Now, why did I choose PGDBA and why not MStat and data science? Jot down the pros and cons for you. So if I look at say MSc Data Science in CMI or MStat from ISI, ISI MStat is very theoretical. Now, the thing is, having a master's already in math, I have almost covered most of the part of what statistics and analysis are being taught in ISI. So the only new things which I would be learning are things like time series analysis, maybe higher stochastic processes, but then again, that would be too much theoretical, which will not expose me to the practical side of how to implement them. So things like modeling. Then again, I would have picked it up anyway in MStat or MSc Data Science. But herein, what I saw was since IIT KGB was IIT KGB and ISI are involved, I would have the bare minimum statistical knowledge which is necessary, which although I had, but ISI covers that for me. And then if I go to IIT, I will be doing hands-on building machine learning models. Deep learning models, and then also a course on algorithms and data science, and there was a data science lab dedicated for it. Now, my peak interest was a core data science job. For that, IIM Calcutta also prepared me well because these kind of jobs, since it's just not, you just don't have to build models, I also have to look at the business aspect of it. So when I am thinking about which model is going to work best, it's not only about what accuracy it is, or I can of course train a very highly accurate neural network which will do my job, but it will take a very longer duration in order to build that model, or I have to do some tuning, and that's very cost intensive. What IIM Calcutta taught me was all I need to think about it is from the business side. Will it be generalizable? How long will it take me to deploy? I need to create a business value out of it, not the best model which is going to give me a best paper award or something. Since I'm a fresher, I don't have much knowledge about how corporate works. Like getting exposed to that in IIM Calcutta, solving case studies firsthand. So that was a very good experience for me, and I think that the expectation which I had. So when I was sitting for my placements in my final year of my masters, a couple of things which I lacked. First of all, I did not have much knowledge about machine learning. Herein, I actually learned machine learning and deep learning. I got familiarized with the libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn, which are very much handy if I have to have a job in data science. So things which I was missing there, those I could pick up over the duration of 1 year. And for the past 5 years, I was interacting with like-minded people. Herein, when I joined, there was a much difference between what I had in my past 5 years and this 1 year. So I could socialize well. There were a lot of clubs I could be part of. So being part of the magazine team was one of the most enriching parts of my career, highlights of my career here in PGDBA. So as a fresher, I would say there would be some disadvantages. But then again, people have to buckle up, work hard, because you're a fresher, you don't have work companies will look at you as it will generate value. So for that, the things which you can highlight is how well you perform in your coursework, how good you actually learn the concepts and not just mug it up for the sake of getting grades. Because over the long term, it's how strong your foundation is. It's going to highlight and not just your grades. All in all, like that, this has been an enriching moment for me, and I did learn a lot. And I hope to carry forward this learning and maybe develop into a better human being.
This frame is fine with you, this angle.
Yeah, I mean, how is the background? Right. So, you have started recording?
Yeah, I can cut it whenever
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want. It's running.